Here we go. A lot of trading this ES, man. SPY alert just went off. ES alert just went off. All morning. Well, I can't show you guys the level 2 because it's in another window. Sellers were defending these highs here. So good. If we would have hopped in for the breakout, we're already heading towards our target. So that's lit. But these are the same. We're looking at the same setup for what we went over earlier in the Discord today. Let's see if buyers are stepping in there. On the 1 minute, I normally don't trade off the 1 minute either, but I just want to see how what's happening there. Sellers are selling at 40.97.25. May have to risk our manage our risk off of a candlestick instead of this zone. Selling pressure came in strong now. Let's see. We got 20 seconds left, so yeah, we might be managing our risk based on the highs of this last candle that's touching this zone, and taking our entry based out from that. Waiting for that to wick us in. If not, we can get a retest. Okay, we may get a retest. With our risk, yeah, below this candle, I guess. Yeah, the sellers are getting stepped on. Wow. Definitely not as prevalent as they just were. Pretty much the same amount of risk. 6-point target, 5-point stop loss. That's decent. Everything else still remaining bullish. We just broke above these highs. We can move. Let's see what. Boom. That pullback broke above these highs. On the 15-minute, we're gonna be watching these lows now. Nothing too crazy. Kind of a choppy start. I don't like this. Going into 10 o'clock, there's usually a reversal, so we could see some wicking happening. We're not getting a push higher yet. Oh, here it comes, possibly. Sellers are selling at the high of this last candle. Yeah, lots of red prints. Lots of red prints. We broke above and we're above these highs, so that's decent. Oh, there we go. We're getting a push there. Strong push, strong push. More sellers stepping in. Really just gotta be patient. Let's see. There's some sellers there at that 4103. Yeah, there's sellers there. I don't really want to overstay my welcome coming into this 10. So hopefully we can hit target here soon. I may take one off since we're in profit. Let's see, have we hit a 1-to-1? That would have been our 1-to-1 there. I'll take one off at 1-to-1 if we can get that again. Because I really don't want to, overstay for a 10 a.m. reversal. Sellers are being selfish. Lots of seller prints coming in. Then buyers are there. Take off a 1-to-1 there. Let's go back to our original 4-to-2 target. Goddamn 1.2 target. And they just hit it, but I missed it. And we just took our other profit there. So I mean, that was cool. That was definitely a cool little trade there. We could have kept on our original 1.2 position side, but I kind of got scared. Didn't really stick to the plan with that one, but I usually do go for that 1-to-1. So I did want to secure some type of profits, that 1-to-1, and we got our 1.2 as well. But I don't. It's 9:55 right now. And I'm fond of that 10 a.m. reversal. You know, I can't let that, you feel me, what happens in the past dictate what could possibly happen right now. But that's what I do in a lot of my analysis. So I'd rather just take what we have right here instead of it was the 1.2. The 1-to-1 was here, so we missed out on the extra point, which is cool. But yeah, it was 9:54. And I didn't really want to risk, you feel me, holding that trade going into 10 a.m. and then it reverses. But yes, we have nothing but gaps, nothing but gaps, nothing but gaps. If we look on another time frame, nothing but gaps above. Like, this could go straight up, you feel me? Of course, we're probably going to see some pullbacks, and we can get involved again when pullbacks happen. But, you know, until then, we're out. We left some money on the table, but you know, we can't fret. We just followed our plan and caught what we were trying to catch. But yeah, from the video from yesterday, we definitely saw the gaps. You know, look at this thing running. There's definitely a whole lot of space for this to go. So yeah. Again, the highs were here. We took a crazy look. We actually took candle break entry to make sure, you know, that we were heading in this direction. We did close above this zone. We didn't go take the retest here because there was a wick on this candle. So we could have waited until they retested this zone. And it did on the 1 minute. It got pretty close. But we didn't take that entry because they could have, you know, trapped these buyers on this candle. We could have rolled over, started going to the downside. So instead, we waited until we got a break back above this candle and put our risk, you know, under here. That was just my rationale for that, you feel me? But this thing is running. Look, we got it at 1.2. Is currently at, you know, that was another four points. Another 4 points it ran. And it's probably going to keep running, I'm going to be honest. You know, but with trends like this, we did open. It was choppy during the open. We couldn't take out these highs, right? So something to pay attention to, especially during open. There was a tug of war. The sellers were coming strong to sell those highs. So remember, those sellers are trapped. You feel me? Those sellers were selling right here. They were selling at these highs. So you got to think, really they were selling down here as well. So especially with them selling down here, you got to think they're probably putting their stop losses where our entry was at, and that's why we blasted up like that. And then, you know, some who were playing more conservative, they have stops here, whatever. They're still getting liquidated as buyers are stepping in to move this higher. That's something very important about trading. Is, you know, it's all psychological. So understand. For every buyer there has to be a seller. For every seller there has to be a buyer. So you gotta understand who's on the other side of the trade and where they're on the other side of the trade at. But this thing, bro, that is running already. Like I said, we can't really trip at all. We done cut our move. Highs were there. We broke above highs. We're bullish again. I'm gonna go ahead and take my screenshot. Send it to the dash. For later. We got some red coming in here, but like I said, with these trends, you know, they're absolute runners, bro. Like, you gotta catch them when you can catch them. Same thing with this 1 minute pullback. I don't trade the 1 minute chart. I usually don't trade the 1 minute chart. But with a pullback like this, you see that's the, you feel me? I take my entries off the 5 minute. On the 5 minute, we wouldn't have gotten this. We would not have gotten this. That's why we took back above the body of this candle, because we wouldn't have caught it. We wouldn't have got involved with this pullback because I don't trade the 1 minute. You feel me? But with trends like this where they just keep running, and this is, I'm gonna do a separate video on this because this was a super struggle I had being a supply and demand trader. I would probably, you know, mark up some demand down here or whatever. You feel me? Like, let's say this area was demand. I would probably mark this up. You feel me? Put an alert right here and say we're waiting for price to return before I can go long. And this trend is, you feel me? It's a trend that's not stopping. That shit's not coming back down here. It's not coming back down here anytime soon. So, with stuff like that, taking a 1 minute entry is, you know, maybe you could take a 1 minute entry, right? That's something you could possibly do. Break down to an even smaller time frame to find those pullbacks, because on the 5 minute you would have missed it, right? You would have got a little bit of a wick, but it didn't bring us back to any notable structure. Let's see the 4097, and if the wick's not showing on the 5 minute, yeah, the wick wasn't showing on the 5 minute, but it is showing on the 1 minute. It does show we pulled back to 4097. You feel me? So yeah, but even same thing now, we're getting pullbacks on the 1 minute here. If this red candle closes, and really I would like to see two red candles for us to say we have a pullback. But same thing, you know, back above these highs, you could go for like a break and retest. Above these highs to get involved, it's the first candle that's pulling back. Like I said, ideally I want to see another red candle print, but when you have, and I don't know if I'll be able to find examples, you know, just crazy bull runs, sometimes you just don't get it. You just don't get it on the 5 minute. It's just not coming on the 5 minute. But the 1 minute, here we go, we got two candles pulling back or whatever. And this could pull back all the way back down to here. You could chart up some one, and I would never personally chart up some 1 minute demand, but for some people that might work. But that's just not a risk I'm willing to take. We can draw it on and see if it would actually work in a scenario like this. You feel me? Don't I'm not betting on it. Like, I'm literally not betting on. I would not be willing to put risk up on a 1 minute zone, because that's something I haven't tested. But if it works, then that's cool. It may work. Strong trend. This is the only area that's been created that we can risk off of. Besides the 5 minute, yeah, there's nothing on the 2 minute. Nothing notable on the 3 minute. All charts that I don't normally use. But on the 1 minute, we do have an area, a nice little imbalance that was created here. Rally, base, rally. We're getting a pullback. All of that information, all 5 of these candles are just one 5 minute candle, right? So especially when you're dealing with a crazy bullish trend, you need as much information as you can to try to find structure to base your trade off of. So maybe the 1 minute does work. Some people use MAs like the 9 MA and try to catch a bounce off the 9 MA. Let's see. Okay, VWAP is on. It's just all the way down here. I was about to say some people use VWAP. I don't use VWAP that much. I use it as a confluence area. If it's lining up with a demand zone or something like that, then I'll add that into my thesis and take the play off that area. But other than that, man, I'm not, nah. But I want to let this play out a little bit to see if we can get, to see, give you guys an example where you guys can get involved in a trend like this. We got that 2 candle pullback, so that's cool. We may be heading back to highs, and then you guys might see that we can draw a zone up at the highs from candle wick to body. Then get a break and retest and enter off this zone, risk off the zone. Or do the same thing we just did. And if you're scared to risk off the zone, risk off a candle break or something. You feel me? 5 minute, we're getting a 2 bar pullback. But I do want to see, where do we get involved? Yeah, even if we would have risked off the zone down here, we would have been straight. Even taking the 1 minute entry, entering way down here, catching those extra points. Cause I entered here. So what is this? Apple's rallying. Let's see what's up with Apple. I don't know what alert I had set for Apple. So okay, coming into a zone. Let's check ES then. Check the daily time frame. Beautiful. Breaking back above yet. No. Set an alert just in case, because I'm gonna check these other. Not really planning on taking a trade from it, but you want to check. Yeah, next area I really want to watch this is coming into this 4 hour zone. Like I said, it's also a zone on the daily. If we were to draw the candle here, we would have this wick above, so I didn't draw it on the daily. I like the 4 hour. As I said in the video from yesterday, it's easier to define our risk off this zone. Strong zone, this push was able to take out these lows. Something to watch. Probably gonna get a reaction off this zone, hopefully. But yeah, still just waiting for an example for how you guys could get involved in a trend like this, something that's just running. Now I'm looking at time and sales, bro. Nothing but it's a lot of green printing on time and sales. Sellers are stepping up wherever we're at now. Yeah, a lot of sellers there. But that's back at highs, so same thing. We could get another sprint if we break back above these highs. We could get another play because the sellers are piling in there at those highs. Why? I don't know. There's no other structure to the left that would really even make sense for them to be over there, but that's what they're doing. If you were to base a trade off of this position, back above highs, risk the zone, Or if you really want to widen it, make sure give it space for a pullback. Risk like one of these candle lows or something. But given a zone like this is a nice tight area right here. I want to pull this down and get the body of the green candle as well from the top wick. Just to you feel me? Make it nice and realistic. It's 10:09. We didn't get any reversal, so we missed out a couple points for the possibility of the market turning around. But yeah, pretty much we got all the confirmation we needed. We got the break and close above the zone. What was it? The zone down here, I think. I don't remember. Break and close above this zone. I think all of this information was created pre-market. Yeah. So yeah, we got the break and close above these demand zones down here. All of that. Sellers just came in strong. I believe there is some news this week. I believe CPI is coming out. Maybe it's today. I'm not sure. As investors await Tuesday's inflation data. Okay. Yeah, so I guess CPI numbers are coming out tomorrow. That's something to pay attention to. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm out the loop. Like you feel me? If my friend or something telling me it's news dropping, or somebody in Digital Dash lets me know the news is dropping, or the Digital Dash news feed tells me the news is dropping, then that's how I'll know. But other than that, I'm here to trade. Finally out of the what is it called? Bearish bias. I trade the market now. Whatever the market's reading, I just trade it. I don't go off of it's a recession, it's a recession, it's a recession. It is, and then we get some bearish price action, and that really gives me conviction to hold and make a lot of money. Now it is, you feel me? I'm just trading the charts. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it's so crazy, man, because we could have left a runner. We could have left a runner and moved our stop loss up. We were out here. We're currently what? That was another 5 points. We could just let this thing do what it's gonna do. But I'm gonna be honest, I haven't practiced that yet. Usually I'm playing one contract. Coming from options, I was only playing one contract with a small account, so I wasn't scaling out of trades. I didn't have a plan to scale out of trades, right? So that's important. Just know, you feel me? Whether it comes to scaling up, whether it comes to pretty much scaling up, playing more size, playing more contracts. You got to plan those entries. You got to plan those exits. When it comes to adding the trades, you got to know, have a plan on how to add to trades. Have a plan on how to cut whatever you added to the trade if the trade starts going against you, and not just holding to your original risk of your first position that you put on. All of that goes into account, So for me, playing multiple contracts and leaving a runner hasn't been something that I plan for or practice yet. So that's important to know. When you don't have a plan for things, emotions come in. You feel me? So same thing. This is a good trade. Followed our plan for the most part, but the plan was to hold those two contracts to the 1.2 RR that we originally, the 6 point target that we were originally looking at. So, and I didn't do that. I ended up moving my target, which is a lot better than moving your stop loss, but still not sticking to your original plan. I ended up moving my target down, to secure that 5 on that one contract, and then took another point on that additional contract we were holding. You feel me? But same thing. I could have waited patiently for that 1 and 2 trade, that 6 point target, sold one, and then left the other one to run, and we would have caught some more points. But yeah, it's 10:14 now. It's been another couple minutes. Not getting any pullbacks. Buyers are defending these lows here, 410. Sellers are defending the top, or this resistance, these highs that we have yet to break above yet. So same scenario. You feel me? If we break above, we could run some more. And if we start breaking down, that's cool too. We got this fake little 1 minute demand zone here. So if we start breaking down, we can see if that holds weight, if anything happens from that. May or may not, probably won't. And I'm not gonna lie, I got the fan on in the background, so if this sounds a little wonky, I apologize, but we live trading, so I gotta be comfortable. You gotta do what you gotta do to stay comfortable. I could be meditating right now. You feel me? We're in action. It's different than me recording a pre-market video or a Sunday night video. We're in action right now. But even on the 1 minute, bro, there's nothing going on. I'll be honest. Nothing going on. Some consolidation, volume. I'll be saying volume a lot. Volume starting to dry up a little bit. Green prints and red prints on time and sales. Right now, sellers are outweighing buyers on level 2. Looks like buyers trying to get back above these highs though. So let's see if some volume can come in. Looking at the top left right there, you can see your average volume for a 5 minute bar in orange there. Current volume for the 5 minute bar in green. We're looking up at the top left under the name of the instrument we're trading. We can see volume. Of course, you can also look at the bottom, the bottom volume bars at the bottom of the chart. But I like seeing the numbers grow. You can especially see when the numbers are growing, when they start speeding up. Looks like we're going up by about 1,000 right now, and you can see that 1,000 turn to 2,000, 3,000 just now, like it has. We went from 21,000 to 24,000. Now we're already up to 3.38. So volume is growing, and I like looking at the numbers. Here we go, possibly breaking above these highs, and now we're back on a 5 minute chart. There that alert go. A lot of green prints. Boom, a lot of green prints on time and sales there. Back to the 1 minute. Nice break above that zone. The 5 minute still has some time before it's a breaking close. But yeah, back above those highs. Risk below the candle, risk below the zone, and it's running. nothing ahead of it. That's already, what, 4 points? No. I don't know. It's already 3 points. And a tick. Five-minute bar still hasn't closed. 10:19. F your reversal. It's not happening. And I'll be honest with how strong this 5-minute bar is. Same thing with that volume. Look at the volume just pouring in. Average volume was 5K. We're currently at 7.4K right now. Average volume around 5.8K. Rounded up, 6K. And of course, the volume bar now looks like there's some increasing volume, but looking at the numbers, we knew that before we had to wait for that bar to draw on. Who hitting my phone, bruh, early? Too early for that. Finally catching a pullback here. Definitely might not go all the way. Y'all see that 1 minute demand zone got smoked. Even the 1 minute, even the chart with the most information had stood no chance at price returning to it. Stood no chance. So if you guys are just drawing up demand zones thinking you guys are gonna be able to get involved, you can't. It's like, nah, but for real, in some cases you can. Let's go back. Let's see. I want to see the last rally. Like around here. I think this might have been a low time frame. Yeah, that might have been a 5-minute zone. Yeah, boom. 5-minute zone was created here, and I really don't like that zone, because that wick is as big as the candle. But based on the body, I drew it up. You know, you came back here, tried to take out these. What is this? Tried to take out this structure over here, but it ended up reversing. So if you would have took that, you feel me, coming back out of the zone, you could have got involved with the trend. It's massive, but there was a lot of pullback here, so you had a lot of chances. Not gonna lie. Drawing up from the highs though. Well, yeah, if you would have took the same type of entry we just tried to take over here, you would have got smoked. For real. Different ways to skin a cat, y'all know that. Getting a pullback here. We could take this. Very small risk from this zone. Very small risk from this zone. And that's a 4-1 trade. Like, nah. Targeting another. Can take another 1-1 off here. That's 1 point. Maybe take a bounce, target highs. Move stop loss up, see if we run for the rest of the day. I don't know. It's up to you guys. It is up to you guys. The selling volume is coming in strong. Again, you want to wait for a reaction at the zone. With buyers being so eager, it might happen fast. It is what it is. Either you're gonna put the risk on, or you're not gonna put the risk on. Now we're freaking bullish until I don't even know when. No, there's no two candle pullback. There's no two red bars in a row to mark a higher low from. This thing is just going. We're bullish. Last 2 bar in a row pullback was this one. It's just going. It's nothing we can do about it, guys. It's going. It's out of here. I mean, look at this. This is a 15-minute chart. It's going. It's gone. I'm sorry. If you weren't involved, then you gotta sit out, bro. You gotta sit out and follow the plan, bro. Or try to catch these highs. But same thing with this. It's beautiful because, oh my god, it's running. Oh my goodness. Rally base here. Rally. So now there's 15-minute zones forming. And it could pull back to the zone, very well could. But now we're getting new demand forming. So you can mark that up. Getting new structure. Again, it's not even giving you a chance. So now in this scenario, same deal. Either you can use the structure. Yo, this is crazy. Either you can use the structure we created from the wick to the bodies, previous highs, break and retest to enter, or now that we have this 15-minute demand, you could wait and see if the 15-minute demand gets retested. And it might. But with the 15-minute demand being down here at 41.12 and the break and retest entry being at 41.13, you might miss the break it. You might miss the 15-minute demand entry. So again, just wait, see, check for confirmation. Let's see how that candle closes. We're still bullish as hell. So just because you see these wicks, just because you see momentum diminishing with these candles right here, does not mean it's time to reverse and dump all the way. Not at all. But yeah, now you're in a scenario like this. You're like, okay, well, I could take this and then risk. But now there's a 15-minute zone below you. So really your risk will have to be another 6 points, because this 15-minute zone could get eaten into. Stop calling, bro. Stop. It's too early. So yeah. But with sellers stepping in and diminishing right there, we could definitely see a deeper pullback into the actual 15-minute zone. Just wait for what the candles tell you. We're speculating, but no need to speculate that hard. Let me just wait for confirmation. If we hit the white zone and we get it, and then buyers start stepping back in, just take a candle, wait and enter above the candle. Very simple. And it could be a couple bars. It's a long video, but that's what trading is. It's long sometimes. You feel me? Not as long as a 9 to 5. Not as long as going in and doing back-breaking work. You feel me? Not as long as doing grueling data entry or something like that for 8 hours, 10 hours a day. You feel me? It's not as bad as that, because I can still sit here, still chop it up, still click over on Discord, still pull a video up. You feel me? And wait for these trades to set up. Still talk to the people in Digital Dash. Still go in there and browse around the chat. Still in the comfort of my home. But yeah, it does take a lot of time for this market to just develop. You know, that's why trading is a little bit harder on the go. Especially if there's always new information forming like this on the chart. Like, if I was at work right now, I would just have to set, draw some zones up, set an alert here, maybe to pull back to here, set an alert here, maybe to pull back to here. If it never does, then, you feel me, and it creates new highs above here, then I would miss, having to draw a new zone right here, waiting for a break and retest. I would miss it, because I wasn't there to see that new information form. So trading these crazy runs like this is kind of difficult. And this is a great example, so I am gonna make a separate video about that. Here we go, getting another bearish move. Again, just wait for the candles to tell you something. If it comes into this white zone, it could go into the 15-minute. Just wait. Just wait. And I don't like taking trades in the middle of, ranges like this. We're in the middle. We're in no man's land. Either we could go up or we could go all the way back down. But with this bullish trend, it's looking like we could go up all the way up. There's no reason to just assume that we just start falling to the floor when all the evidence so far is telling us that we're in a bullish uptrend. So. That 15-minute zone is nice though. That's a nice zone. It's nice and balanced to create a nice rally, nice base, nice rally. So I really like it. We're gonna watch it. And it's less risk than what I thought it was. Like, if we waited all the way for a zone entry, which you could miss the trade doing this, we'd only be risking about 5 points comfortably. Until we see that there's a break and there's a close below the zone, or even 6 points if you want to give some space for a possible wick to form it and trick people out. But even if we entered off of the break and retest of the last structure, we can still risk 6 points comfortably, or 5 points in 3 ticks. I really need this alert, bro. I'm watching the charts. I don't really need this alert. So just wait and see. Same thing. You could take the aggressive entry as soon as it touched the zone. You can. I don't see, but what is that? 41.13. Oh yeah, buys are stepping up. Buys are stepping up. 41.13.75. Yeah, buyers are on there. Buyers are there. I don't think that's the move back up starting right now, but it could be. But I wouldn't get hype and take it. I'm still seeing red. I would like to see some green first. I want to see the zone really get hit, really get touched. No? So 41.13.50. And there's buyers there. There's size down there. There's size down there. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Buyers are there waiting. Okay, maybe the 5 minute. I mean, maybe the 15-minute zone. Yeah, it's a lot better. That 15-minute zone is a lot better. Again, no need to take that aggressive entry. Because the buyers that were waiting here are getting taken out. Think of the people who had their stop loss just based off this zone. Just based off this zone. If it pulls in deeper, they can start getting taken out. We can see sellers start stepping up. And there's a lot of red prints right now. But yeah, like if we took that trade, risking just that 1 point, we get stopped out. We'd be getting destroyed right now. We would have just got wicked out there. But that was another great example of what can happen when you have highs here and then a demand zone below that. We could retest demand. If your risk was solely based off the highs here, you could get stopped out. Look at that, buyers stepping in nice. Oh my, crazy bounce. Crazy. There we go. Now we got a touch there. 2 minutes left in that candle. Let's see what that candle does. That was wild. That was actually a crazy wild move. Options traders are loving that. Loving that. You're loving that. Risk would be just the same thing. Same exact thing. Now we have highs formed up here though, so I would draw to the green candle, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you. That's what I would do if I was looking for a break and retest. From the red wick to the green body. They turned green on them. I mean, they turned red on them. That was a nice bounce though. No green candle. On the 1 minute, if you would have taken that candle break entry, you would have gotten stopped out. You would have gotten destroyed with a stop loss at the end. Waiting for it to break above the body of the candle. It would have broke above, triggered you into the trade. Stop loss below the body, and you would have gotten destroyed. And that's why I don't trade the 1 minute. Getting gritty now though. We pulling back into that 15-minute zone. But like I said, remember those people who had their stop losses at the bottom of the break, the first, the break and retest zone that we're currently at right now, got stopped out. But on the 5-minute chart, we got that demand that formed within that 15-minute demand right there. That just got tested. It's a whole lot going on, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It's a whole lot going on. It's a whole lot going on. It's a whole lot of red. I don't even see a timer for how long I've been recording. Okay. Almost an hour. Wow. Yikes. Yikes. Coming back into this 5-minute demand that's within this 15-minute demand. It's getting pulled into. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like seeing that. It's not really. I don't like seeing price pull into it that much. When I see another tap and go like it just did. Buyers still like it. Patience, everybody. Patience. Patience. Wait for the market to develop. Wait for the market to give us clues. Wait for the market to give us signs. Can't say we're looking bearish right now in an overall crazy bull trend. Uptrend. Crazy. If we do make a move higher though, these lows will be our next area to target to make sure that we are remaining bullish on the 5-minute chart. I want to see some green candles, man, but I'm not gonna lie. This is nice wickage at the bottom of these red candles. It looks scary because it's red. A whole lot of red happening right now. But looks like buyers are stepping in more and more at the bottom of these red candles. So again, for the risk takers, y'all could have been in. You feel me? Risking below this zone, risking below this stop loss below both of these zones. High risk, high reward. You know, but that's not my game. I can't keep. Nah, that's not my game. I like confirmation. I like seeing the move Start in the opposite direction. It's getting slow though. It is getting slow. Probably go ahead and hop off here, call it a day. If something action doesn't start to happen. Beautiful thing about trading is same thing like I said before. You can set your alert. You know, you can check your phone every hour or two and see how the market has developed, and there may be more opportunity present in the market to make some more money for the day. It just is what it is. Buyers are all in this area though, if you think about it like that. Or kinda. I don't know. We are deep into this 15-minute demand, a little deeper than what I would like to see. The break and retest didn't work, by the way. We can go ahead and delete this off the chart. That right there is invalidated. A lot. So now we're looking at demand zone. That 5-minute demand zone, boom. And the 15-minute demand zone that 5-minute demand zone is inside of. Questionable because we didn't get a crazy run from it. The 5-minute looks better, you feel me? But we didn't get a crazy one. We did get an imbalance. Like this push was like double the size of the body of this candle. So that's why I drew it up as an possible demand. Plus that was a huge rally base, and then it started to look like another rally before the wicks came in like this. So I drew it up. If this taps this 5-minute zone and then closes green, that might be something. But right now I don't really like it because the 15-minute zone, they pulled it deep into the 15-minute. Much better to risk your trades from the smaller area inside of this a bigger supply and demand zone, right? For example, if we just took this and hopped in, if we just took this and hopped in and put our trade here, then we'd be risking that. That's what we'd be risking. But we are getting that is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see it touch the 5-minute. You feel me? I wanted to see it touch the zone. But yeah, it's more risk there. Risking off the bigger zone. If there's a smaller zone inside that's acting as its own little zone, then that's cool too, because now we have tighter risk. It's the same thing, but you can have tighter risk. Good amount of selling on time and sales though. That's the volume I wanted to see start coming in. Sellers still feel like they doing something. They're still present here on time and sales. Still nice size on the sell side for level 2. And again, it's all about the patience. 30 seconds for this candle to close. Ooh. Could have wicked you out there. Risking back below that candle. And that's a good amount of risk. Of course, 1-to-1 coming into the highs. Probably gonna run into more selling there. Some drawdown going on. And I'm actually not in this trade. I'm just, simulating what could happen on how if this was a true exit away from both of these zones. Again, we're taking an entry like this above the high of the candle. You really kind of have to risk below the candle. Otherwise, your risk is gonna be a lot bigger than what it kind of should be. But you can play it safe and do that. But it would be a lot better if you would have saved those couple points and entered either down off the zone or leaving out of the bigger zone or whatever the case may be. Nice little pullback, whatever. But we being drawdown. Whole lot of red on the time and sales. Whole lot of red. Not as much volume though. Buyers defending the bottom of that candle again. Trying to turn green. But even with this trade, man, I wouldn't like to take this trade knowing that these highs are, like I said, sellers are probably going to defend this area again. Looks like if this, oh yeah, boom, stopped out. So yeah, very important if you're taking a entry like that. Happens, right? Luckily, this wasn't a trade that I actually took, but it definitely happens. Down here, a stop loss will be a lot safer. But you win some, you lose some. But like I said, with those highs being up here like that, knowing that sellers were defending that, I don't know if I would have liked to take this trade anyway. think it would be best to just wait for a break and retest. But yeah, man, I got a feeling. I don't know. I got a feeling if buyers are defending here and sellers are still defending up here, I got a feeling we're gonna chop around for a little bit. Not nothing too interesting happen. I'm gonna be honest. This is cool. This is the first time I did some live trading. Live training. No, I keep saying trading. Live trading. And I actually got to execute a trade for you guys. Kind of show you guys how I navigate. You feel me? If you guys enjoyed, if you guys watched all the way to the end or whatever, that's great. Make sure you hit the link in the description. Join our Discord, Digital Dash. You'll see all the commentary as the market develops. Come kick it with us, chill with us. I'll catch you guys in the next video.